Good afternoon, all my dear kids. Okay, once again we are back with science. Okay, 2 or 3 days. The situation here it was not good. It was not a good condition to take class and all. That's why the video didn't post it. But now the rain and everything is halted here. Hope all of you are safe there also. And also your disaster. This is a time of natural disasters and be home, be safe. Okay, we are already suffering from one big one called as the corona. Mm. So stay at home, stay safe. So we were discussing about a chapter. We didn't start it anyway. I just posted one video. It was an old video regarding the introduction of science and electricity. Okay, here there was no electricity for 4 days. Okay, then how I can post videos of electricity? Okay, the entire electricity was down. So this is the name of the chapter. This is ninth standard. So why this chapter is important and all? Why I am giving that much preference for this chapter? Because for 10th standard or for CBSE, this electricity chapter it contains the maximum weightage of marks. Okay, it's a big chapter, not a small one. And hopefully, the fact is that it is also a bit difficult for you students because this chapter contains a lots of concepts. Okay. Basic concepts are there. Without understanding that, it will be difficult for you to continue to start with this electricity chapter. So the basic concept is what? What is the meaning of electricity? Hmm. When we anyway in detail we will study about that. Okay. Simply, what is electricity or what is called as current? Two types of uh, electricity is there. Okay, static electricity and current electricity. Two. Static means what? Static, the meaning is something which does not move. Okay, something which does not move, that is called as static. Static electricity, also known as electrostatic, is a big portion. You will study that for your PUC second year. A very big chapter is there regarding all the details and all we will study in that. Regarding the derivation of laws, equations for this static electricity, Coulomb's law and all. But for 10th standard, you just want to study about current electricity. Okay, current electricity, electric current. Okay, this one is electric current. Already in that video, we already studied about that. Oh my God, something went into my eyes. So what do you mean by current electricity? What do you mean by a current? You are telling that we have electricity or current in our home. Why it is called as a current? What is the meaning of that? Actually, current means something which flows. Okay. For example, oceanic currents are there. In river we can see current. That flowing of that water, that movement is called as current. Electricity means what? Current electricity is nothing, just the flow of current through that. No, flow of electricity through that wire. Why I am saying this wire? Because simply electricity cannot flow from one place to another. Okay, simply it won't flow. For that it needs some medium. For example, I think you studied in 8th standard or 9th standard regarding sound. For the sound to travel, it needs some medium to cover. So that medium for the sound, it can be anything like water, it can be solid, it can be air, but in vacuum, sound cannot travel. At the same time, electricity also is like that. It needs a medium to travel from one place to another. And that travel or that flow is known as current electricity or current. Okay. So basically this electric current flows through some particular things. Have you seen wires? Have you seen wires? Just me, I'll check one. Yes, a common wire will be, anyway you already know what is a wire, isn't it? So you know that this blue color of wire is plastic, am I right? Isn't it? Most of your home there will be different colors of wire. But is the current electricity flowing through this particular plastic? then why is something inside that wire which looks shiny and more strong? What is it? Mostly it will be a metal, isn't it? In the case of electricity, we are using copper. Copper wire is there. This is for giving its strength and stability. Okay. So why electricity does not flows through plastic? Why electricity passes more through metals? So these are the basic concepts you want to study regarding that. Okay, basic concepts. For example, current is nothing but the rate of flow of charges. Understand? Rate of flow of charges. The charges are moving inside that wire. That's why we are getting current and all. Hmm? So what are these charges? Anyway, you studied about the structure of an atom. In the nucleus we have neutron and proton. Proton mostly positive in charge, neutron neutral, no charge. And these things, see, when we draw a simple atom, it will look like this. And this nucleus is in center, proton is there, neutron is there. And these small dots, isn't it? They are called as electrons. But in some cases, this electron will escape from the orbit. Orbit means that circular path through which these electrons rotates the nucleus. So at some place or some case, this electron will escape from that atom and it will become what? It will become free, isn't it? And these free electrons are mostly in the outermost shell. See. It is easy for the electron, the outside shell or inside shell to go out. For example, if you are inside a classroom, just an example for free electron, you are sitting inside the classroom and something, what happened, somebody is giving and free ice cream outside, isn't it? And only 2 ice cream is being given as free. Everybody is sitting inside the classroom. Somebody rang a bell and they told that they are giving free ice creams. 2 ice creams are there. Which student has the maximum chance of getting those ice creams? Whoever gets there first will get that ice cream. Which student will get that chance, more chance of getting free ice creams? The student who is sitting near the door, isn't it? Because it is easy for you to go out through that door. The same thing, when you are inside the atom, when the electrons are inside the atom, it is difficult for that electron to free. But when its valency increases, it has the tendency to be free from the outermost cell, outermost, not from inside. Outermost cell electrons are called as valence electrons. Okay, this class is only an introduction. Okay, we will in detail we will study with the next class and all. Okay, because today also there is difficulty in light and all, and this rain will cause a lots of disturbance and all. So these are the free electrons or valenced electrons which escapes the outermost cell of an atom. In the case of metal, okay, or we can call them as conductors. Okay, conductor, not bus conductor. Conductors means those metals or those matter which has the ability to carry these electrons. Means inside a normal conductor or a metal there will be a lots of free electrons. Understand? If the number of free electrons are more, then easily it can flow. And the same thing is happening in the case of insulators. These plastic and all, they are called as insulators. For example, dry wood is an insulator. Plastic is an insulator. Paper is an insulator. That means it does not allow the passage of electricity through that. That's why it is called as insulator. Isn't it? So why we are using this plastic, you understand now. Otherwise it will be dangerous for us. Am I right? If this wire passes through our wall and all, wiring, electricians wires our home before lighting the lights and all. If that wires have been made only by metal, what will happen? There is a chance for us to get shock. Isn't it? There is a chance. Even though our concrete wall is not a good conductor of electricity, but it will conduct a bit electricity. So if we touch the wall, there is a chance for us to get shock, and it is not safe if the wire is not insulated, right? Have you seen wires near your fan and all? If there was no insulators, what will happen? If you just touch it, you will get shock. Understood? And our human body is a very good conductor of electricity. There are lots of free electrons inside our body. So electricity will pass through our body. And when current passes through our body, I think some of you will have that sensation, isn't it? We cannot say it is a sensation. It's the worst time now. Am I right? Anyway, don't go anywhere to touch the current, electric current wire and all for that. Okay, I didn't mean that. Okay, it's very dangerous. It's very dangerous. It can also cause death also. Oh, yeah, I mean, no, you won't do that. You are very brilliant students, isn't it? Okay, so practical physics means don't tell that sir told to check the impact of current. You put your hand inside that plug and switch on. No, don't do that. It's very dangerous. Anyway, it's not a good feeling. But if we have lab, we could have done an experiment. We have small batteries are there. From that batteries, we will get small amount of current. And if we touch that current, only small amount, we can feel something is running through our body. Understanding? If you are touching the live wire line, also we can feel that, but it is in a big form. It's in a huge amount, and that much current will not be safe for us. So don't do that. So for that protection, we are covering the metal wire with insulators. That's why it is called as insulators. Okay, insulation. It's an insulation. They are not very good conductors of electricity. That's why we are using these insulators to protect the wire. It gives stability also. And it gives the strength to the wire, and at the same time it will avoid the direct impact of what direct impact of us or any other animals and all with this current. Okay, if you just pass current through this wire, and if I hold also, I won't get any current because it is being covered by this insulator. An insulator does not has free electrons inside that, so it won't allow the flow of electricity. Understand? Electricity means nothing, the rate of flow of charge. In the case of current, negative charge is flowing. Okay, negative charge flowing through the wire. That's why we are getting electricity. Okay, it's simple, I think. So some new things you studied. These like conductors, insulators, and one more thing is there. It is called as semiconductors that you will study in electronics for PUC first year, I think. Before it was included in 10th standard, but now they changed it. So that is also an important part regarding that. Next one is will be like application of this current and all. So the introduction to this chapter is very difficult. After that, continuously we can go. And one more thing you want to study in this chapter is something new called as circuits. Understand? Circuit, that wire, battery, bulb and all, it is called as circuit. And in this chapter you will study about new things like resistors, common load or bulb, or capacitors, battery, switch and all. You study how to represent those values in a diagram. At first it will seem difficult, but anyway this chapter it will take a long time to finish. It is the biggest chapter of 10th standard science. And if this chapter is finished, the next chapter of physics is about the magnetic effect of electric current. Okay, this is heating effect of electric current we will study in this chapter. Next one is magnetic effect. Both chapters are very important. And after that there is two more chapters regarding optics. That is a bit more interesting than these chapters. And one common neutral chapter is there regarding the sustainable usage of these sources and all. Anyway, leave it, it will take time for that. So electricity is an important chapter. It is the most important chapter of 10th standard science. Today also I will ask some simple questions regarding this class. What do you want to do? You want to find the answers from the textbook and you want to message me back. Okay, find the answers from your textbook. and the notes I am giving, don't disregard that one. Okay, that notes which have been given 100%, you must, if you are writing it to the notebook, it's very good. Otherwise you can take print also, but the best thing to do is to write it in your notebook. Okay, because almost every questions are included in that. Okay, only numericals are not there. But in this chapter, we will study a lots of numericals. There is a lots of different things you want to find out. Okay, like electric potential, power, watt, resistance in series, resistance in parallel. Lots of equations are there in this chapter, and you want to find out the values of that numericals. I think it is not that much easy, but after continuous training, it will be more easier for you. So that's the basic things regarding this chapter, and equations and all I will give separately, and one chart is there regarding these circuits, that also I will send you afterwards, but it's only the start. Tomorrow we will study about the circuit and all. One more time we will start from the beginning. Okay, start from the beginning. I didn't got time and all, that's why I didn't change this. Hope the weather and conditions will be fine here. We can continue the classes and all. Government is planning to reopen the school, and the central government is not allowing them to do that. Anyway, it will be difficult for the normal reopening of school soon, because corona. The number is very hard. So I will send some question answers. What you want to do, as you are doing, just give the answers and message it back. Okay, so it's a very important chapter, electricity, and it is not as easier as the two chapters we finished. Okay, life process is one of the easiest chapter of 10th standard science. Chemical reactions and equations also was easy, and it was very small chapter. Life process was a big chapter, not that much small. And one more big chapter is there, control and coordination, but the NCERT, they taken away those syllabus under the central board or CBSE board. They cut down that syllabus. Two chapters straightly they cut down, but disregarding the state board, they didn't declare anything. The declare means anyway we can go. I will post the videos and I will take the classes for that, because it is a good thing. You must know about all the workings of all those things and all. Anyway, from regarding this electricity chapter, some part already they changed. No need to study that. Marks won't come from that part, but we will and let's explain that part also. So this chapter is the one chapter you must give maximum preference. Otherwise, it will be very difficult for you. I'm telling it's not like biology chapter or chemistry chapter. You won't get the concept. If you won't get the concept, there is no use of going forward. Two chapters are direct continuity of this. Okay, this electricity, and the next one is magnetic effect. Both are interlinked with each other. Okay, magnetic effects of electric current, also regarding current, isn't it? So the equations are also linked. So both chapter is like brother and big brother and small brother, or brother and sister, whatever you can say. So it's a very important part. So what all work is being given, do it correctly. Okay. So corona situation, you already know. Stay home, stay safe. And I hope all of you are feeling very well, healthy and all. Okay. Here in this part, there was some natural disaster called as flood. Maybe you already know about the news and all. Anyway, we will continue the classes and all. From tomorrow onwards, it will be like normal. So that's it. Quiz I will just send after a few minutes. Carefully use the help of textbook to find the answers. Okay, textbook is your best friend regarding NCERT science textbooks, and what all questions comes, it will be from the textbook, and some difficult questions come from it. Another NCERT book is there. Anyway, that is not provided for state syllabus, but some questions are coming from that part. But in that notes I already given, everything is covered. If you need any extra study material also, you can request. I will give it for free. Okay, that slide and all the PowerPoint presentation or PDF files are there. Maybe at the end of this year, I hope science will be easier for you. Why I am telling this? Because science is not that much easy subject to score full marks. Okay, 90, 95 is easy, but 98, 99 and all it is difficult to score. So that's it for today. Stay at home, stay safe, and hope all of you are fine. So, Mithun Raj signing off from this part of the world. Stay home, stay safe, and Jai Hind, my dear kids.